Veganism gave me something that I actually really believed in, and it actually made really positive changes in my life. And from then on out, like literally since 2011, I have been so focused on nutrition. Like it was my number one focus. Like my health of my body was my number one focus. And I learned so much about how food affects the way that we eat. Not only like physically, as in like how much water is in the food that you're eating, and how processed is the food that you're eating, and are there living enzymes in the foods that you're eating? Are the foods that you're eating, are the foods that you're eating supporting your body in maintaining your health, or are they a burden to your body in the process of maintaining your health? And I really took that to heart. And not only that, but I also took to heart this idea that the food that we eat, it is an expansion of how we relate to the world around us. And specifically with veganism, it's like, okay, I'm going to choose not to eat meat that was from an animal that was tortured and murdered and scared its entire life, because I believe in that energetic exchange. And same thing with dairy. Like I don't want to be consuming a product that was stolen from a cow who has been living in slavery her entire life and like repeatedly impregnated, and then her calves taken from her repeatedly, just so that she can be hooked up to a machine so that I can drink milk. Like that, I did not want that to be my energetic exchange in the world. And I'm really passionate about those things. And then to take it even further, when I got into raw veganism, this idea that like trees make fruit to spread their seed. And like when humans eat fruit, it's this like symbiotic relationship that's happening between human and nature. Like the trees produce the fruit to tempt us to take and spread their seed. Like it's a relationship, and it's a really positive relationship. And I love looking at food in that way, that like it's a real karmic thing. Like it's a real karmic thing. Like when you start with veganism and you're saying like, okay, I'm not going to eat food that comes from injustice. Like basically, I don't want to support an industry that I'm not comfortable supporting, right? Like I believe that those animals don't want to be there, and that what we're doing to them is horrific. And so I'm not going to consume that food. And that animal is like a living, breathing, feeling being, a person, and I don't feel comfortable consuming their flesh, again, or the milk that they are making, not for me, but for their children. And then yes, okay, so I was remembering what I was saying. Karmically, yeah, so it's like if you are eating dairy from cows who are in factory farms, or you're eating meat from animals who were killed against their will, like that is accumulating bad karma for you. And then the flip side of that is that when you're eating fruit from a tree, and that tree is creating that fruit for you, like literally for you to spread its seed, like that is like karmically positive. Like that is a karmically positive food, and you're doing a service in eating that fruit, like in choosing that fruit. But I digress. I'm very passionate about vegan stuff, and like diet, and how it like the energetic exchange of diet, and how when we make these choices, like when you eat raw fruit, it's like hydrating. It's a high vibration. It's alive, and it fuels your body. Like it cleanses and it energizes and it gives you life. Whereas when you're eating these like highly processed foods that were made in a factory, or from animals on a factory farm, like you're taking life from yourself by choosing to consume those foods. And I'm really passionate about that. However, I hit a wall. Like, I hit a wall in veganism and then raw veganism. I was so into it, but I hit a wall. I thought that the diet was the answer to my problems, that, oh, here is this diet, it makes perfect sense, I'm gonna now live in this symbiotic relationship with nature and all of my problems are gonna be solved. And when that didn't happen, I got so frustrated and I didn't realize, I knew I was missing something, but I didn't know what I was missing. And honestly, like, I was praying for an answer. Like, what is it that I'm missing? In 2020, I found myself at a temple. And after digging into the Eastern philosophy that was presented to me at that temple, it was like all of my confusion and all of my frustration, like, it dissolved, because all of my questions were answered. The more that I read about the philosophy, the more that it answered. And the thing that really actually attracted me so much, there's this acknowledgement that body is temple, that God lives within body. And that was a big motivating factor for me before I really got into spirituality, and that we have to take care of our bodies. Like, our bodies are a gift from God. But to solidify this idea that my body is a temple for my spirit soul, and that I actually am not my body, and that like, karma, the idea of karma, that we are born into our exact situation in our bodies, to our parents, in the exact location that we are born into, with our tendencies, for a reason. It's for a karmic reason. 100% the healthiest thing to do is to meet ourselves where we are, acknowledge where we're feeling stuck, and accept it. Accept that we have these issues, whatever it is that we are working through. Like, it's okay. Like, that's why we're here. We are here on earth to work through those issues. And if you didn't have any issues, what would you be doing here? But anyways, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and please click the link in the description of this video, because I have a free journal. It's called the Opportunity Journal, and it's like a very beginner friendly journal, just to kind of like walk you through if you struggle with binge eating, or you struggle with like turning to food as a form of comfort, or just struggle with just food in general. Like, just a way to like start your mindfulness process, start the practice of being self-aware, because self-awareness is the key that can unlock like everything you ever desired in your life. As soon as you become aware as a bystander, not identifying with what it is that you have going on inside of yourself, but become aware as like you as observer, like you are or you're your soul inside of you, and you are self-aware as in like, oh, I'm having these thoughts, I'm having these issues, I'm having these attachments, I'm feeling this way. That is so interesting. Let me get curious about that. And instead of spiraling and identifying with the issues that we have going on. If you're ready to go deeper, then click the link in the description of this video to download your free copy of the Opportunity Journal, 6 Steps to Stop Binge Eating Today through Cultivating Self-Awareness. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.